is the Bluehost backend hosting, and I'm sure some of you all already been back here looking around in it, right?
Mhm.
So you can add a site here, and I would say, we probably need to have at least two sites in our back ends right now. For one is for the rebuilding of Roofing by JMJ, which is going to use a different theme than the book's going to use. So that's why we need kind of two different sites back here, but it don't cost any more money to have them, right? So you just hit that button, install WordPress, and hit the continue button. And this one, I think I'm going to just name WordPress book or whatever, since this one's going to go through by the book, basically with the book. And then just going to use a temporary domain, since you don't have to buy, you don't want to buy a second domain for this. So you click that and hit continue, click continue. So now it's just going to take a few minutes and it's going to like start that, but we don't want to wait for that. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to click one that I've already started and wait for, this is the onboarding of Bluehost onboarding launch. Let's see, I had this bug last week. Let's see if I can get it to work out. All right, there we loading. Okay, basically you just want to ignore all of this unless you come down to the bottom. Let me get my bar all the way there. I'm following the tutorial, take me to my WordPress dashboard right here on the bottom. So you just click it. And this is your back end of your WordPress website. This controls the building of the site. And for a Bluehost account, it adds this Bluehost functionality here. So we'll just go through there and go through a few of the settings here. Okay, it's already got a coming soon page. So that's kind of cool for a real world situation. But since this is educational purposes, we're going to turn that off. So the way you turn that off is you just come down to this yellow button here and hit click launch your site. So, just click that. Now the site is live. And basically, these are just shortcuts over here that you can get to into your sidebar dashboard. So I wouldn't, you can use those, but I normally wouldn't use those because if you're using a different host company like SiteGround, you won't have this. This is just added functionality from Bluehost, which is kind of cool, but then kind of gets in the way a little bit. Pages and posts, that's the same thing. It's just shortcuts to this sidebar dashboard that we're going to use. We're not going to use store or marketplace. It's interesting performance. Cache. Does anybody know what cache is? No, but cache is where temporary files in your device will add up and serve your website faster, but only you can see that. So if you're like making edit changes to your website and you're wanting to see what they look like, we there's a good chance you won't see those because of those temporary files, right? So we want to disable the caching in development, but when the site is actually launched, you'd want to turn that back on. In your settings, okay, if you want your coming soon page back on, it's right here. You just click it back on. Whatever. Remember, this is only for Bluehost accounts. If it's under a SiteGround or a different account, a hosting company, you're not going to have that right there. Wonder bars, that's also, we'll turn that off. Your help center, probably get in the way. Okay, automatic updates. I'd rather not that not be controlled here. So I'm just going to turn those off. We'll control them by the dashboard when we get over there. And staging, we're not going to go through that. So we just click on down to the dashboard and you see all these little screens come up, welcome to WordPress and all that. Well, you come up here to the screen options and you click down. I like a clean dashboard, so I'll just tick these off to turn them off because I don't see too much value in these most times. I mean, there are always exceptions to the rules, but They're just right now in the way, in my opinion. And I like a clean dashboard. So you just tick them all off under screen options. See, there's a lot cleaner dashboard now. Excuse me, I'm going through my notes here real quick. Up here, you'll see there your username, which, we're using Draven's account, so I'm piggybacking on that. So I hope you don't care about that. But yeah, you can log out here. You can edit your profile. Basically, edit your profile is just kind of change the colors of the screen on the back end. And post this, or let's see here, yeah, post. We go all post, and you have a sample post here. You just clean that out, just trash it. Just click the trash button here. Oh, we're having a little problem here, a little bug. Okay, it's out. So now you go to your trash and delete permanently. Media, you have a media library. This is where you add your pictures, images, videos, or audio files or PDF files that you're going to use to build your website with. Pages, we'll go to all pages. Once again, we want to get rid of the sample page. I'm going to permanently trash it. Everything's a little slow right now. So we go back to all pages here. We're going to keep the privacy policy page. It's all in draft form right now, so it's not currently published. But that's kind of an important thing in a real website. Say, let's go ahead and add a new page here. So you just go here and click Add New. And what I did was I right-clicked and opened a new link for workflow purposes, and I just go over to the Add a new page screen. We're not going to do a pattern. This is going to be home. And we click Publish. This is just going to be a placeholder for the home page for now. So click that off. Come back, do another one. This will be the About page, your About Us page. Once again, this is just naming pages and being placeholders. Publish this one. And we go add a new one. Pattern's going to come up again, click it off. This is going to be services. Publish it. Refresh this, it should show up. Yeah, there we go. And one more. This is going to be the Contact Us page. Add the title. Publish this one. All right, cool. And we refresh, and you can see all the pages come up. Like I said, these are just placeholders for now. You can see the dashboard is loaded with a bunch of options and stuff. Well, we don't need all that. So we'll go under plugins here and go under install plugins. And you see Bluehost has added all these plugins, which is basically apps. They add additional code to your little bits of code to your website, adds functionality and features to your website. And you got tens of thousands of these things. Lots of them are free. Some are premiums and stuff. Some are free to a point, then you have to pay for them to have more premium support or functions in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to select all these things by clicking up here, and it selects all. First, I had to deactivate. Well, I don't want to deactivate the, where is it at? Let me go with, sorry. Go into active here. All right, I just go this way. I just clicked active, and these are all the active plugins. So I click them all. I want to keep the Bluehost active for now. And I'll click deactivate and apply. You have to deactivate a live plugin to be able to delete them. So now I'll go into inactive ones. This is added bloat to the website. It will slow the website down. It can cause a security risk also, because you don't need unused software. I'll click all these and I'll delete them. Now most of these are useless except maybe Yoast SEO, but you can always add them back in if you need them. So delete that and apply. Okay, so it's just going to delete them all here. Now, if you wanted to add the plugin back, you just hit add new plugin. Let it finish here. You just click add a new plugin. And then you can see there's a bunch of, starting in there, a bunch of plugin options. I'm just going to put SEO. It's going to bring up Yoast. I'm going to install it back. I just deleted this. I'm just showing you all, it's easy to add it back in and activate it. So now it's back here. Now you want to click, you say it's got disabled auto updates. Wait, you want to make sure that they're enabled. So this is where you manually control it rather than your Bluehost up here, I'd rather control it here. But we don't want to use this Yoast right now. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to deactivate. And then I'm going to delete it. Now we'll be adding new plugins later in the semester, but you only want to use plugins that you're using. You want to keep a small, what you call software stack, right? Stack of your software. Well, right now for the stack, we're using WordPress and the theme and the Bluehost plugin. So let's go under appearance here. We'll go under themes. And the book uses the 2021 theme. So let's install it. Let's find it. Oh, we can't find it there because these are only installed. We need to go to the WordPress.org themes and search for it there. And then we'll hit the 2021. Here it is. I'm going to install it. Activate. Now these are your installed themes, but we don't need all these. It's kind of like your plugins. They're adding extra bloat to the back end of the website, to the website load, and they also can have a security risk. So we just go click in. Let's see here, I got to move my controls around a little bit and delete it. And okay, we'll just go to every one of these like that, delete, confirm the deletions. And there you go. Now we're just to have the 2021 theme here. Anybody got any questions? All good?
Where was the 2021?
Okay, I'm sorry. I kind of messed up when I did that. So when you go
It's
into
okay.
appearance themes, to get to it, you want to go to WordPress.org themes. You see that center button?
Not seeing that button on my screen.
Okay, let's see. Let's try this. Dashboard. Okay, go to appearance and themes. Let's click that off. Do that. Do you see my mouse?
Yeah,
Okay, do you see it? Click on a button called WordPress.org themes.
I just see a button that says add new theme.
That's strange. Do you have your screen uh, view options to original size or on your zoom options? It should be like view,
Yes, yeah,
and then also view standard.
I think so. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
find it.
Does everybody else see that WordPress.org themes button? Okay. Well, anyway, hopefully it'll be there for you. I don't know what's going on with the broadcast or the Zoom version, but you would just click it and you would go under search themes and type in 2021 and it will come up and it's already activated installed. It's real simple though.
Okay.
Under users, I'm gonna go under all users. Now the thing with Bluehost, it adds a user automatically, and you can always go through your Bluehost account, obviously, and get to your site by hitting select edit site. But that's not really the best practice, right? I mean, you can do it, but you want to add a new user, and then just call it Hot Rod here, username, whatever you want, and then put your name in there. Of course, I misspelled myself there, but websites, you don't have to really put a website in there unless you like. Oh yeah, you have to have an email. So I'll just use my personal email. And then you want to be an administrator. Again, my Zoom controls are in the way. I apologize there. You probably don't see it, but I do. And you just click administrator, and then you can customize your if you don't want the automatic password, you can customize one, or if you don't like it, you can tell it, another one, whatever you want to do. But make sure that you copy and save your username and copy and save your password and save that in a notepad or something on your computer, or save it in if you have a password, a software for password management, save it in there. So, you don't want to lose those. But it's not a big deal if you did lose it, because you can always hit the password lost link and get it again. You just have to change your password. But anyway, you add user. And there I am, Hot Rod. Your profile, like I said, you can change the colors of how it looks. See back here. I just keep all this on default. It's up to you. We're not going to go over tools right now because it's more advanced stuff. Under settings, you can go under general. And this is what name you can change your site title here. And you can put a tagline here. Like right now, we're just using just another website, WordPress website. But let's say it's a plumber website. You would have the plumber site, like, I don't know, AA plumbing, and say we're the best plumbers in Knoxville in the tagline, and then you can hit a site icon. What a site icon is it's for branding. So it's like these little icons, that show up in your browser windows. It's good for branding and SEO purposes. And then we go into time zone. We want to do our time zone, which is Eastern. So that would be New York. And you got date format. I just keep all these standards. So the basic only thing I'm changing here is obviously the time zone. And well, yeah, and the tagline, I added the tagline. So save it. Under writing, we're not really doing anything with writing right now. Under reading, now this is important because you want to set your home page to go to your domain. So we'll go into here, your home page display. Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
Okay. We click a static page, and under home page, go to home page, and then save changes. Now on your website, to get to see what your front end looks like, you go up to this little house here and go under visit site. Now I'll do a right click and open in a new link for workflow purposes. And okay, so they don't look like much right now, but that's what the front end of the website looks like. This is the admin bar here. You can have you can do catch settings, and you can edit the page, add new pages. We're not really going through that tonight, but I just want to kind of show you that's how you get there. See the workflow, get back to the dashboard to the live site. Let's see, under discussions, I always like to tick off allow people to submit comments on a new post, because most time when people are commenting on posts, it's either spam or somebody's irrelevant or somebody just trying to be aggravating, so I usually don't like people posting on comments, but that's a personal choice of your own website or what your client may prefer. Which you want to save that. That's the only thing we're messing with there. Media, we'll just keep that on default for beginners. The permalinks, you want to keep it on post name. It should be that like that by default, right? But if it's not, you want to change it to post name. And then to save the change. Privacy, we're not messing with. To add it, you want to add a menu because, right now we don't have a navigation menu up here. So the way you do that is you go under, see your appearance menus, and you want to go under menu name. I'm going to call this main. I want it to be the primary menu, so I tick that. And then I create the menu. And over here, you see under pages, I click select all, add to menu. And they show up over here in the menu. Well, we're missing one. We're missing the home page. So I went to view all, which it clicks as front page because that's the front page of your website. Because that's when you go to your domain address, this is the first page it's going to show on your site, which is the most important page of your website. So it's tick that, add it to menu. Now it'll be your first page going left to right, and I'll show you that in a minute. But you can reorder those because you don't want your contact page being the second one. So you can click and drag these and rearrange them. So I'm going to rearrange these. Now, let's say services was a sub menu about us, but it's not. What you would do is grab it and then indent it. So now it'll be a sub menu of about us. But if you want it to be a top navigation page, you would just move it out of the indentation and move it back over with the others. We want to save the menu here. Save. And we'll go back to the live site. I'm going to refresh it, and the menu should show up. Here's the menu. Got the home, about, services, and contact. They're all placeholders, but they're there. You just have to build the pages out. Got any questions? No? Let's see. Go through my notes here. All right, to log in, let's say that you made that user, that custom user that we just did a few minutes ago, when I added Hot Rod here. Let's say that we wanted to log in other than going through the back end of the Bluehost. All right, so you go. This is let's say this is the home page. Of course, that's a temporary domain, so it don't look pretty, right? So you want to go /WP, this is your book, WP admin, and you would enter that. Well, I guess I need to log out first. My apologies there. I'm going to log out. Okay, this is your dashboard. Like I said, we got there with WP-admin at the end of the domain with a /WP-admin. And then, of course, this is just your login page to get to the back end. Now, if you lost your password, you would click that and would take you through screens to recover your password, and it would send you a recovery password link to your email that's on file for the back end. You can go straight to the website here, or log in to the back end of the admin. So there you go. I think that's all I got right now. Anybody got any questions or anything? Let me stop sharing this.